Right, I've got some second channel stuff for you today. I'm just getting towards the end of the of all the Commodore 64s that Paul Universal Retro Boss gave me to repair. Quick picture. They're all functional on the motherboards. The only things left to do now are fix a couple of the keyboards. This one here and this one here have some keys that are not working. This one has got the slash key, and this one, the return key, doesn't work. I can show you that. So all of the other keys are all fine. Space is usually the victim, but the return key flat refuses to work. Looking at the general state of this, I think this is probably down to corrosion or just dirt. I haven't been able to make repair videos of these. There were just too many to do, and they all got a bit samey in the end. I think in the end there were like 4 PLAs out of the 9 machines were broken, possibly more actually, and 3 SIDs, RAM chips, and a few logic chips. So it wasn't. I mean, the most exciting ones were probably the ones I did on the live stream. So that was a happy coincidence. This one is fixed and working and ready to go. It does need, probably needs a heat sink on the VIC chip. But anyway, let's get cracking on this. I've already desoldered the shift lock button, and let's whiz through getting the screws out. Obviously taken it out of the case already. Oh, this one has also got a key missing here. That does actually work, but that needs replacing. Not sure if I've got that key, but you know, I've got a spares. Some of these computers are not going to be sold on. They're going to just be used as spares machines, because adding, for instance, a PLA and a SID chip would cost around £50 ish, possibly a little more. In fact, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth putting. I mean, I've got them all working. These machines will have a life at some point when the price of ARM SIDs drops drastically, and it will be, you know, they'll be sitting in a storage box. So, you know, I'll probably harvest some of the other chips out of them at some point, but yeah, when there are cheap ARM SIDs and there are cheap CIA replacements, then they'll be put back into use. But for now, we need to get as many of these in a sellable state as possible. Right, so this bit first. Where is the return keys? Down here. So that does look a bit grotty on that one there. First thing I need to do is get rid of a bit of that. Well, the last one I did had the gold pads. Yeah, look, you can see here. I zoom right down. This is the return key here, and you can just see there's a certain amount of grottiness around it. In fact, quite a few of them. So let's get that out of the way, and I think I'm just going to go with some paper towel and a little bit of isopropyl. You can't go on these graphite pads, you can't go crazy. That is literally enough. The paper is mildly abrasive. And you don't want to remove the conductive material, otherwise it will stop working. So yep, that's clean. It's as clean as it needs to be. I can't go mad, can't go scrubbing it with a toothbrush. All of the other keys were actually fine. Make sure I've got the right ones. That's good. I'm just going to do the ones around it as well, because they all seemed a bit grotty on the keyboard. I don't know if these pads, these conductive pads on the bottom here, I don't know if they are conductive all the way through or it's a coating. So I always take it quite easy on them, just in case but the spacebar is always dirty. Just must be a bigger hole down there. But that's it. Let's put it back together and see if it works. We'll put it partially back together, and then I'll do the next one. Screwdriver. Oh, I've got to do the key post as well. Let's see if it works. Ugh, that's disgusting. Hey. Yes, look at that. Perfect. Let's get that key post out and see if we can find another one. This is when you're grateful that you didn't put all of the screws back in. So out of the, how many were there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Out of the 9 machines that, there were 10 machines, one is already scrapped and has been used for parts. And we'll see that case in a second, because I'll be using its keys for this. Out of the 10 machines, only 3 of the keyboards didn't work. I've never done one of these. I've taken them out obviously for cleaning, but I've never repaired a keyboard that's needed a new post. Now I know there are 2 different, see this is like spares. There are 2 different types of key. In fact, these are all quite yellowed. And these are different, certainly internally. Yeah, I think this is a different keyboard. What to do? So are these just yellowed? Because the front text is white still, just the top is not. Right, so I'm just going to pause for a second while I think what to do. Right, I've had a think, and I've found this Commodore 64, which has already got a key missing. I'll show you on this one. It's already got a key missing, and so that needs some work. It's got the right color keyboard. The keys are slightly yellowed on top, but they're not as bad. It will have to do. I might what I might do is actually stick this 8 key out in the sun. I might do that now. It's really sunny out there. Let's do that. Give it a day or 2 in the sun and that will be just as good. But I can steal the key post out of this one and put it in. Oh, hang on a second. Are these the same? I suppose what I need to do, take another key off of here to have a look at the posts and see what we've got. And what we've got, oh, that's, of course that's just dropped through. Yeah, they're the same. So does this fit on here? Yeah, it's going to work. All right, and I'm going to put this out in the sun, this one, and see if I can match it up with this color. I think that'll be okay, as long as my cat doesn't run off with it. Okay, so I did clean it before I put it out to sunbathe, so that should be all right. Now I need to get this one. So this computer has it's got a working keyboard. Problem with this one was the SID and the PLA both need replacing. So later, so what I might do with this one is take this motherboard and put it into one of the old, swap one of the older 407 motherboards over with it, because this will be a bit more reliable, I think. And it's quite, well, it's not that clean, but it only needs a brush. It's not too much corrosion on it. It's a good motherboard. The case is good as well, so I really, oh, that's a bit of a shame. Keep that. I might glue that back on. I really like these thicker clips. So this case will probably be used again, but just with a different keyboard. In fact, we might do a complete swap on this one. Actually, look, this is what we should do. This keyboard works. This keyboard works, so what we should do is put this back. Oh, I can't put that back. That's. No, we should. Okay, we should put this out in the sun. Clean this one. Put this whole thing out in the sun. Get all of these keys back to a brighter colour. Put the. Is it the 8 key? Yeah, the 8 key's outside. So I'll bring that back in. Well, I'll install it back in here. Take this keyboard out of here. Fix this post with one out of the other one, and retire this keyboard instead. Yeah, they're both very similar, but like I say, this one works completely, so let's do that. That looks good. It's in good condition, that one. Okie dokie. Right. Broken key post. Good key post. Give it a take. Ah. This a Bradle. Yes. No damage. Phew. Okay. So we are missing a spring, but I've got a spare spring here. Sorry about the fan noise. It's ridiculously sunny and warm here for the UK. Okay. Right, one complete keyboard. Let's put it in. So this is a complete working keyboard, but the 8 key, come on, turn on. Why is that not turning on? Oh, it's because this one's got no PLA or SID. We need to borrow from this one. Okay, try again. Eight works fine, the 1 works fine, and that works fine. Yep, this is a good one. So I'm just going to give this a quick, I'm going to blow it out with the air compressor and give it a wipe over with some window cleaner, and then I will put this whole keyboard out in the sun. And then we've got one more to do. To the sun. Well, this one is also yellowed, but this doesn't have any missing keys. Ignore the restore, it's just the slash key. It's the only key that's not working on this, so we can sort this one, and this is a complete machine. has case clips on both sides. The middle one's gone, but that's fine. I can live with that. The stems are good in this one too. So this is a case good to go once the keyboard's fixed. Hello, Rosie. Rosie cat. Hello, Rosie. She's feeling the heat. Daddy's little princess. Okay, right, slash is fourth one along. Oh, gold contacts, good. Yeah, these all look really good. Right, that's a clean off with isopropyl and a wipe over with contact cleaner. That's all grand. So my slash. Okay, that'll do. Ah. This is a lovely machine, this one. So we didn't have a slash key, but now we do. Put that one back together, can button this machine up and call it finished. If you buy these off of eBay, recommend that you put heat sinks on, CPU, PLA. Well, PLA is probably not so important, but the SID and CPU. I've replaced the thermal compound on the Vic, and everything else is just down to chance. It should be fine. Some people say you should put heat sinks on everything, but realistically, how often are you going to, and for how long are you going to use these things? I can't imagine anybody really puts them through their paces like they used to back in the day, so I don't think it's that. But it will definitely prolong the life if you properly heat sink everything. But if you heat sink a failing chip, it's still going to fail. Right, that could be the end of the video. I'll need to put some case screws back in this from somewhere. It's my collection, and this will be a complete machine. So what did this one have done? This is right, U28 looks like it's been replaced. Yeah, like I said, not all of them had catastrophic failures. I didn't have any broken traces or corroded wires. Nothing terrible. It was all just failed ICs. Most of them are just MOS chips that were badly manufactured in the first place. So no surprise that they ended up going pop. Something else that Peter, who's from my Discord, he often gives me some very useful information on repairs. Someone who is an actual expert says that any MOS he sees in a Commodore 64 comes out straight away and is replaced. If this was mine, oh, this one hasn't actually got any, but there are some of the machines have got MOS chips in, and they are still functioning. I don't like. I can understand the reasoning behind it. I don't like replacing things that are working. I'd rather wait for it to fail. If it was mine, I probably would leave it. In fact, I'm pretty sure that my own bread bin has MOS chips in it still. No video. Oh, power switch in this one as well. But the power switch, I think I've changed 3 of the power switches in these, and all I did was I would take out the bad power switch and replace it with one I'd refurbished, and then the bad one that I took out I'd refurbish and put it in the next one. So I never had to use any new parts for that. And out of all of these 9, I think it's only RAM and logic ICs that I've PLAs and SIDs. So there's no other consumables really. So this is a good one. This is a good one. This has got a nice case, fully working keyboard that needs a bit of a clean, and not got any dinks or scrapes on it. A little bit of mottled yellowing on the top. That would come out with a bit of sun brighting or vapor brighting. I wouldn't use cream on this. Yep, this one's done. Let's so complete. I don't know if these stickers are still going to be on there on the eBay listing, but I don't know. I'm not sure if anyone that follows me would be interested in them anyway, so but good luck to you if you do bid on it. Right, so I've got one sitting in the sun that just needs a couple of screws putting back in the base of it, and that is all of the keyboard repairs done. The next thing for me to do is go through all the cases, swap out the best cases with the machines that are going to not be scrapped, and make sure that all the machines that go back for sale are all in top premium condition. There will still be some case clips that I'll have to fix anyway, so I'll need to 3D print a few parts for those and glue them in. I'm still trying to work out the best way to glue them in. It's not an exact science, and I've found some of them have fallen out after a little bit of pressure from being put in the case, and I'm still not 100% happy with the design that I found on Thingiverse. I think part of the problem is that not all the cases are made exactly the same, so the case clips don't always fit properly. But there we go. But yep, I'll see you next time. I've got something coming up here. This is something I'm going to make a video out of for the main channel from Goldfish on Games. Go and check him out. There we go. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Don't know where did that come from?